coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On first down, Martinez. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Jackson. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, it's Martinez. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, complete. That's Martinez. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, 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 hey. Go get him.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Get it.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
To throw on second down. Clement spinning away. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Here we go. 8, read.
Check safety, check safety.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check. Fresno.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Clement got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Here we go. Not a wolf. Mike 4-4. I got it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fire.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Operating from the gun, Clement. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Charger football to start quarter number 2. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Break.
Watch Mike. Hey, they're scared.
Ready? Let's go.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it first and goal.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye.
55. Tackles.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
5. Get it.
From the gun, Clement. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
And it's third down.
On the double. 50 seconds left. There we go. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 57's the mic. Rock 57. 57's the mic.
Now Jackson to throw on third down. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Charger drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Clement sets up the screen to Gordon. A huge play there on the screen pass. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
80 weapons.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Brown's got it for a Charger touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go, tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Clement. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
55, God, 55. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, check Mike. Let's go.
To throw again. Clement. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Clement. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Jackson got his man complete over the middle. That's Martinez.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that, see if he can brace up, and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Hey, exit.
Off the play fake. Clement. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Mike, 49. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Martinez. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson now operating from the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. And this one is right through. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Check. He's checking. Crash.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Martinez. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I.
Mike 50. Exit.
Jackson will keep it, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tyree Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
They're just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They run it here with Gordon. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready? 70, Indy.
Got these. Sponge. No.
Hey, lock it.
SOS.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he cuts it right sideline. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 10-yard line. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's trying to get into the top 5.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that? Charles.
I don't have a good answer for you,
Go now.
but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Gordon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They can't hang with us.
Smoke. Ready.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Jackson from the downhill throw. And Diggs has it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Watch the screen. Pass. Watch twist. Watch twist. Okay.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go. He's coming. We got jump.
On first down, Martinez. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Kill.
Let's go. Bravo. Boom. 57.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback from 3 scores down.
But they're the wireless one?
Miracles can happen, and you want to be here.
The only good PlayStation, the only good PlayStation games are the wireless one.
The Charger drive about to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Big chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Yeah, I heard you before. But you can tell which has some.
Looking to throw on second down. Clement going deep
motherfuckers, they all hot and uncomfortable on my earlobes.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Just like, nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being
I ain't never seen these kind before.
Well, I know. Ones I got are some $50.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game.
How much was I get for? $50 that I got from G. Smith.
And all that does.
And I went, or no, it was like 75. It was something. It was a big game part. GameStop part. And I went and got some. Those was Turtle Beach ones. And I put a little bit more money with them. And them motherfuckers broke within a couple weeks.
Damn.
They're critical.
Well, actually, I take that back. They didn't break. Something had happened and they had stopped working. But they still was working. And then I gave them to, like the sound or something that went out on them. And then they came back on.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown.
Yeah, it was weird. But look, I gave him to Lil Tony.
His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Badgley. Up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Oh, shit, I'm about to die again.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do
that mission we beat?
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it.
The one with the dudes with the 4 shields.
Exactly. He put it through the post.
Oh, my God.
That's going to help him in contract time. That offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one.
Oh, man.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
They'll keep it on the ground. Martinez.
Was like, I don't know.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins on
and I was like,
they've converted 3 times in 8 chances.
I couldn't. And he couldn't invite nobody. What up?
Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
was telling Dre about that mission last night.
Momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball. So they should get another shot.
Do y'all need the turret fire to come in there and handle
before y'all? For the 4th time tonight.
That's exactly how it beat it. I said, all right, Tom, I'm just going to die every time I get to a turret. Just that wrist every time I get to it.
This will depend on the spot.
That is literally how he beat it. Every time. I died on every turret.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year.
Sad that when that bitch again to help somebody else, nigga, I burned to that bitch in like 2 seconds.
It's the Australian punters with their kicking
academies. Oh, so you tell me when I did it myself, I can't finish this shit. If I had somebody else, I did this shit in 2 seconds.
Almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Well, no, I'll be on in a second. I was trying to find a super vendor that has the striker pieces, but it's only a vendor in the back zone.
Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Oh, no, I don't match you straight or not. I'm just not going in back zone, period.
So it's Charger football as we welcome you back.
Oh, I used to be I'm a heavy dog zone player.
Let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Gordon.
By who? People?
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Oh, the MVP.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes
There's no reason to go back.
He's been decisive.
There's no reason to go dog zone anymore because all the gear is normalized.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
That motherfucker chased me back to the safe area and standing outside waiting on me. That motherfucker said, "Time to die, motherfucker." And they just started shooting me, bro.
As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Martinez. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Martinez. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
What? Where you at?
Operation Dark House.
Doing a raid? You doing a raid?
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
The classified ones?
So for the Dolphins, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, They're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try.
Should have bought that shit when it was 11, nigga. And there's no reason to buy the season pass now, nigga. The year's over with.
Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought they could guard me. I ruin their plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Got the Seahawks.
Yeah.